Hey, what's up everybody? This is Steven Robot. We're here at Scooter West, Vespa Motorsport in sunny San Diego, California. Shooting a video during normal business hours for a change. It's not midnight. Apologize for any of the background noise, but that is just the noises that you'll experience in the everyday workshop that is present here in Vespa Motorsport. We're going to showcase actually a relatively new item in the performance world for the vintage Vespa. This is a two-port 177cc cylinder kit made by Pinasco. We say two-port, that's because it's specifically engineered and designed to be a bolt-on performance upgrade for those really lethargic two-port 125, 150cc motors that came in Vespas from 1959 all the way until 1973, depending on the application. So we're talking VNAs, not VNAs, just kidding. VNBs, VBBs, VBAs, supers, and early two-port sprints. Commonly when you call us, we ask two-port, three-port, what engine case you have, so this will dispel that right away. The two-port, you can kind of see there's a transfer port at 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and nothing at 12 o'clock. This is a 1960, early 1960s motor. This cylinder from Pinasco is designed to fit right on that. And you'll kind of see there's the 1, 2 transfer ports designed to fit on this style of crankcase without any modifications to the crankcase. So we talked about the fact that we're going to be installing this very, very nice complete top end from Pinasco on this particular engine. We're going to kind of show quickly the original 125 top end. You can kind of see it there in my left hand here, and here's of course the Pinasco one. You can instantly see the difference in bore. Going from 125cc to this Pinasco kit is 177cc. When it comes to comparing the pistons, there's the difference there, you can kind of tell. And again, what they do with the Pinasco kit that's cool is it's a two-port, fits to the two-port crankcase, but they actually add a third port within the piston, which is really what kind of helps boost the performance on this one significantly. They used a similar style of top end on the Vespa ET3. That was the ET3 stood for. That was the small frame that had the third transfer port. And that third transfer port aligns on the inside here, which you can kind of see. Whereas in the old two-port cylinders, they don't have that. And the other thing you'll notice, since we got it upside down, is the general same size of the actual transfer ports in the way it mounts to the crankcase. You don't really need to modify the crankcases at all with this beautiful cylinder that's from Polini. It just bolts
Pinasco.
right up there. Pinasco, I'm sorry. Sorry, Polini. Whoops. Pinasco. But you notice internally within the cylinder wall, the size of the fact that they kind of add that like kind of boost port there to increase the porting on this thing. And then of course at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but you can kind of see the third transfer port that's on the Pinasco cylinder and the fact that it's not on the old junky 125 or 150 cylinder for that sake. If you look at the top of the cylinders, there's actually several different cylinder head versions of these particular engines as well. There's the 125cc ones with kind of the larger flange here for the smaller bore. There's 150cc ones as well. And then there's the there's like the dome topped and deflector top pistons, but these are very low compression cylinder head, right? Mm-hmm. And then some of the later ones actually didn't have the lip that was quite as pronounced. It was actually a flatter style, and they didn't have the cylinder where it recessed down into the cast iron cylinder. It was a flat cylinder head. Those are a little bit better performing again. Era on this particular stuff, what did we say, Robot? 62, 63?
Yeah, 60, the very early 60s and 50s ones had a deflector style, real odd looking piston. And the more, this has the more avant-garde dome top piston.
Also included with the Pinasco kit is a completely custom cast aluminum cylinder head, specifically designed for the new uprated larger displacement cylinder. So that's included. You get a new cylinder base gasket, and you get high quality, like those are like 1mm rings, Robot?
Yeah, 1.5%.
1.5mm rings, and the upper ring is the real nice Dykes or L style of ring, and you can kind of see just the kind of improved quality in the piston on these things.
And these kits, two other bolt-on items you want to use with these kits is most of these older, especially something like an Allstate's only going to have a 15 or a 17mm carburetor on it. GLs, all those VBBs, they don't have 20mm carbs. The later 125, 150s had a 20mm carb, so I would replace the carburetor with the 2020 Dell'Orto downdraft carburetor, and it needs to be jetted accordingly. also with the pipes, some of those early designs with the real short header aren't very efficient pipes. An ideal stock replacement pipe would be the Sprint Veloce pipe. It's got the long header, or with some modification you could put the SIP 4-road pipe or even a P125 pipe. You know, you need to cut one of the brackets off to use that style pipe, but they're much more efficient, but look very much like a stock exhaust.
One final exhaust you can actually use the super exhaust, which are effectively about the same as the Sprint. Those are a good option for a bike that's still running the 8-inch tires, just because of the way that they kind of hang from the swing arm and stuff like that. But the super exhausts have that longer header. So anything you can do to get away from that early exhaust that was common on 1959 to about like 1966 motors will generally help the performance that you're gonna gain with this high quality Pinasco cylinder.
And last little chime in is my brother.
That's right.
He bought one of the first Pinasco kits off us years ago. He runs a shop that does dyno tuning, and everything he owns he can't touch. You know, he's got to trick it out or do something to it. So his Vespa GL, that's all bone stock. He bolted the kit on. I think he's got a Cedo Plus 125 pipe that they're actually pretty difficult to get nowadays, and a 20mm carb, and it's been jetted and timed, pretty good, and on the dyno, and I think it makes 2 horsepower shy of a P200. So it's pretty fast. It's almost as fast as a P200. I've ridden the scooter before.
Pretty impressive. Thanks, Pinasco. So here you go, Robot. Hey, do me a favor and install this real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead and take this off. Robot will work on getting this installed. It's pretty fast. This guy's unbelievable. Here you go, Robot. Take this. Go install this thing.
Okay.
Just to show how simple it is. Get this all packaged up for Robot.
Yeah, this kit's, it's going to go on a Vespa GL. Those are like 2-port little lethargic super sports. They were never that super, but they look super sport super.
Here you go. You can build it right over here.
Oh, okay. Do it over there. And we're going to have a baby super sport.
All right, so while Robot's installing that cylinder kit off screen here, I'm going to talk a little bit more just about how great it is to own these vintage Vespas. Oh, look. Robot's already done. Bring it on in here. God, look how easy that was. Amazing. That's why it's called the Robot. So you can see the cylinder all installed, the head, the cylinder, no modifications to the crankcase. And we're talking some serious performance with this Pinasco 2-port 177cc kit available at scooterwest.com.
Do you want to hear it run real quick? A little car spray in the...